Welcome to Homeschooling with Zena.
Hello.
Right, and today we're going to discuss the Battle of Marathon. Okay? So this ought to be very interesting, I guess. So, review the first 4 lessons of this unit. All right? Um, so what you want to do, Zena, is we would like you to take the mouse and point to Greece. Okay, very good. Point to Persia. Okay, good. Point to Sparta. 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 And can you see Marathon? Marathon. Okay, so Marathon must be in Greece. And point to Athens. Okay, very good. And point to Sardis.
Sardis?
Yes. Sardis. Do you remember where Sardis, what happened in Sardis?
Sardis?
Yeah.
It sounds like sardine.
Mm-hmm. But do you remember what happened there? Do you remember we talked about this place? Do you remember? Or did you forget?
Too long time passed, I forget.
Okay. So Sardis was the place where the war between those Greek soldiers and the Persian soldiers came to fight. That was the place where they came to fight, right? So maybe the King Darius was here or somewhere over here, and there was a rebellion in Sardis. So he brought his Persian army to Sardis to fight the Greek soldiers here. Okay? Because this is part of his empire. You see this?
Yes.
So he came here to fight the Greeks and the Athenians. Remember, the Athenians came to help the Greeks to fight the Persians. Okay? Remember that. It's important that you don't forget. Okay, so you showed where Athens located. What kind of government did Athens have?
They were peace.
Okay, but what's the name of that government?
You mean the
Democracy. Okay, so this is like the third time I asked you about democracy, and you couldn't tell me.
Because it's too long, the word.
Okay, so I have to make you write it. Maybe about 20 times you're going to write democracy.
No.
Because, yeah, you have to remember these things. It's important. Okay? You pointed to Sparta. What were the Spartans known for? Bravery.
Bravery, strong,
Mm-hmm.
and fight a lot.
Yeah, they like to fight. They were warriors. So you already showed me where the Persian Empire is. Emperor Darius was the ruler of the mighty Persian Empire. Some Greeks who lived in the Persian Empire tried to rebel against Darius and win their freedom. Which Greek city sent soldiers to help fight against Darius?
Athens.
Very good. Nice. Now all you have to do is remember democracy, okay?
Democracy.
All right. So Emperor Darius had managed to defeat the Athenians who fought against him, but he was still angry with them, and he vowed to get revenge. Do you know what revenge means?
Boto. That means when somebody do something bad to you, you gotta bring it back to him again.
Right, exactly. He decided that the best way to punish the Athenians would be to conquer their city and destroy their precious democracy. He knew Greek cities were always fighting each other, and he hoped some of them would want him as their king. Most of all, he wanted revenge. So you remember, Greeks were always fighting against each other, right? You could even say that the Trojans were part of Greece, kind of, right? They were part of the same culture, you know. They spoke the same language, I do believe, right?
So how long does it take to go to this place for the Persian?
I would think it would be a very long time to get there by the ship.
Because the earth is too big.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all the way over the other side.
The Persians prepared to invade Greece, but Darius didn't send an army and navy right away. Why waste any of my men or arrows, he thought. I'll give those Greeks a chance to surrender before we even go to war. After all, they're going to lose anyway.
Democracy?
Mm-hmm. So Darius sent messengers to Athens and Sparta. We are from the great King of Kings Darius, the message announced. He wants you to be part of his empire. If you agree, give us some earth and water from your cities. When we return with it, he'll know you've given in, and he won't attack. The Athenians and the Spartans were furious. That means they were very angry. All right? How dare the king of the Persians demand that they surrender without even a fight? They grabbed the messengers and threw them down a well. There, they said, you'll find plenty of earth and water for your king at the bottom of the well. How do you think Emperor Darius will react to that?
Wow.
How do you think he will feel?
He will feel that he can get some earth and water. He thinks so. He will get.
No, but his messengers were thrown into the well. See? They were thrown into the well. How do you think Darius will feel about his messengers being thrown into the well?
I think maybe he will feel that his messengers can't send message to other people.
What? Listen, Zena. Look, listen to the logic, okay? Listen, you are the king. You send your people to go say something to your enemy. Your enemy takes your people and throw them away. How do you feel?
Very bad.
You feel angry, right? You're not going to feel, oh, I lost messages. Okay, never mind. You're going to feel, oh my God, how can they do this? I'm the king of kings. I now will come and destroy your whole nation, right? Because he feels he's the biggest king of them all. Yes. Now, would you want to be a messenger in those days?
No.
Because if you send a message to somebody and they don't like the message, what do you think they're going to do to you?
They will kill me.
Yeah, because you represent the king. So if you come and send some bad message, and you must send a message, you have no choice. So being a messenger is a very bad job back in the days. No. Right? So I think we have a saying that says, don't kill the messenger. So this means that if I tell you something that somebody told me to tell you, like maybe we have a job, right?
It's like a sport of fourth
stage.
Listen.
No, that's not like the sport of the fourth stage. Listen.
It's different.
Listen. If I'm trying to give you an example, listen, okay? If we are both the classmate, okay, and then the teacher tells me to tell you something, okay, and then you don't like what the teacher said, and then you will hit me, then I will say, don't kill the messenger. Because I was only the messenger. I don't think like this. The teacher told me to tell you.
Yes.
Right? So why would you be angry at me?
Should be angry at the teacher?
You should be angry at the teacher, not me. So when this happens, we say, don't kill the messenger. Okay? It has nothing to do with spore.
It is in the fourth stage. Sometime when a truck sends a message, the other place will kill the truck. They will blow it because they think that this is our enemy.
Is the truck fighting?
No, it is sending a message to say that they're gonna trade.
Okay, so then you are right. Okay, then I'm wrong. Okay, so the spore did. Yes, that is killing the messenger. Yes, exactly. Okay, you smarter than I am. I'm happy for that. Okay, so now Emperor Darius was angrier and more determined than ever. He sent his army storming into Greece to attack the cities. Remember that Athens and Sparta were very different cities. One valued democracy and the other valued physical strength. So Athens, they believed in democracy. Sparta just wanted to fight, right?
Yes.
Athenians and Spartans weren't always the best friends. But when Darius invaded, they quickly decided they had better get along. Athens and Sparta fought battle after battle against the Persians. Then one day, a ship came to Athens with frightening news. The Persians were coming there. They were sailing across the Aegean Sea from an area called Asia Minor. They were headed straight for the village of Marathon. Okay, so where were they? They're coming from Asia Minor, and they're coming to Marathon to fight them. Okay? Help. Oh, help your students fight Marathon. Okay, we did that. Okay. Although they look close together on the map, it would have taken an entire day to travel from Marathon to Athens. So it takes 1 day to travel from Marathon to Athens. Even though it's very close, it takes a whole day. Now imagine if they are here. It would take maybe a month or something to get here. Okay, where's the Aegean Sea? Can you see? Can you see the Aegean Sea?
Aegean Sea.
Can you use the mouse to find it?
Yeah. Aegean. Right.
Aegean. Aegean Sea. Go north, and then go south a little. West. Nope, west. Okay, I'll show you. Look. So the Aegean Sea is right here, right? You see that?
Because there's too many words. I can't see it.
But now you know. Don't forget. All right. The Athenians knew the Persian ships were loaded with soldiers and horses. If the ships landed at Marathon, the soldiers could march into Athens and destroy their beautiful city. The Athenians sent a message to Sparta for help. Unfortunately, the Spartans could not join them. Now the Athenians were in a tight spot. They were outnumbered. But what choice did they have? They marched with their shields and short swords from Athens to Marathon and waited for the Persian ship to land. When the ships arrived, many thousands of Persian soldiers scrambled out. Some were foot soldiers, others with men with horses, and all had bows and arrows. There were many more Persians than Greeks. So I think this is the story of 300. So we're going to see that. Oh, I thought I got 300. So we're going to watch 300 later on. So this movie. So this is about 300 Greeks who fought like 100,000 Persians, and they won.
Wow.
Okay, I think it's that. I don't know if it's. It might not be, but they have one where there were 300 Spartans, and they fought 100,000. They fought 100,000 Persians, and they won. Can you believe that? And it's not a myth; it's a real. So we're going to see later how they did that. Okay. Where am I?
Sparta is very strong.
They're very strong. When the ships, okay, so we did that. The Persians had a plan. They would line up their soldiers and wait for the Athenians to attack. When the Athenians got close enough, whoosh, the Persians would flatten them with thousands of arrows. For 8 days, the Persians waited. On the 9th day, they moved forward. The Athenians moved forward too. And when the Persians saw Athenians coming down on them without horses or archers, and so few in number, they thought they were madmen. Okay? So the Persians saw the Athenians coming, and there are not many Athenians, and the Persian army is very big, and the Greek army is very small, and the Athenian army is coming, and the Persians say, they must be very crazy. What are they doing? Right? But the Athenians kept close together, and their raised shields formed a solid wall that no arrow could pierce. Do you remember that?
Yes.
You saw it in a video game about he go like this, and it's like a turtle.
Yes.
Right? So they all put their shields up, and then...
It's like a turtle in a shell.
Yeah. But the Athenians kept close together, and their raised shields formed a solid wall that no arrow could pierce. As the Athenians moved in, they drew their swords, surrounded the Persian soldiers, and chased them back to their ships. The surprised Persians sailed away from Greece as fast as they could. Ooh. So... the Athenians rejoiced. We won the battle, they cried. The people of Athens should know of our victory. So they sent a man to run more than 20 miles back to Athens. Up steep hills he ran, over rocks and ditches, through streams and trees and prickle bushes. When the runner reached the city, he gasped, "We have won!" Then, according to legend, he dropped dead from exhaustion. So, in marathon, we have something called a marathon in English. When you run many miles, we call it a marathon. Okay? And marathon comes from this story where the man ran because he's so excited about how the Greeks won, right?
Yes.
So he ran from Marathon all the way to Athens to tell them the story, but then he died because it was so... He ran for a very long time and he didn't stop.
Yes.
Right? Today, we have a special race in honor of the Battle of Marathon. The race is a little over 26 miles long, and it's called a marathon, after the Greek village of Marathon. During the Olympic Games, a marathon is always held in memory of the brave Athenian who ran to Athens with the first good news of victory. Okay? The Battle of Marathon ended the war for a short time, but the Greeks knew the Persians would be back. Athens had seen how strong the Persian navy was and began to build a large fleet. Right? Do you remember that the Greeks were very good at building ships, right? They also had a good navy, I do believe.
Yes.
When the Persians returned nearly 10 years later, oh wow, it took them a very long time to return. So when the Persians returned nearly 10 years later, the Greeks were ready for them. Ooh, it's very interesting. Wow, race to marathon. So do you want to play it? Go ahead. Oh, they got an activity.
Hello, my name is Demosthenes. When the Athenians defeated the Persians at the Battle of Marathon, they sent a runner to Athens, 20 miles away, to tell of their victory. Today, you are going to help me run a marathon. In order for me to do well, you will need to correctly answer questions about ancient Greece.
Okay.
I'll begin in Athens and run to Marathon. Along the way, I'll need to stop for water. For me to get water, you will need to correctly answer questions at each stop. The more questions you answer correctly, the more water I will get. This will help me get to Marathon faster. Click the button in the lower right-hand corner to continue.
Okay, so we're gonna play this game. Okay, you can start to play now.
Hello, I'm Zeus, king of all the Greek gods and goddesses. You look hot and thirsty. I have 3 questions for you. If you answer all 3 questions correctly, I'll give you a full cup of water. Answer 2 correctly, and I'll give you 2/3 of a cup of water. If you answer only 1 question correctly, you'll only receive 1/3 cup. Good luck.
See, he needs the water to run, right? So,
Which of the following best describe the land of Greece?
okay. Which of the following best describes the land of Greece?
Good job.
Very good.
Bing.
What was the home of the ancient Greek gods and goddesses?
Mount Olympus.
Well done.
Ooh. How were the Greeks able to get inside the walled city of Troy?
Excellent work.
Very good, Zena. So he gets a drink so he
Here's
can
your
live.
water. This should help you get to the next stop. Good luck.
So he got his water. He's tired.
Hello, I'm Athena, goddess of wisdom and knowledge. You look hot. I have 3 questions for you. If you answer all 3 questions correctly, I'll give you a full cup of water. Answer 2 questions correctly, and I'll give you 2/3 of a cup of water. If you answer only 1 question correctly, you'll only receive 1/3 cup. Good luck.
Okay. Which letter on the map shows where the Mediterranean Sea is located? Ooh, that one is hard. Where's the Mediterranean Sea?
Let me think. It's next to Greece. What is this map? Is this the Greece map?
This is a map of Greece. I think this D is Italy. It looks like it's Italy or something. Yeah. Is it C, E, or H?
Sorry, that's incorrect. Try the next question.
What were the athletic games called that ancient Greeks took part in as part of a festival to honor
Good
Zeus?
job.
Who fought against each other in the Trojan War?
Well done! Here's your water. This should help you get to the next stop. Good luck.
Hopefully that's enough water. Oh, he's very tired.
Hello there. I'm Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty. You look very thirsty. I have 3 questions for you. If you answer all 3 questions correctly, I'll give you a full cup of water. Answer 2 correctly, and I'll give you 2/3 of a cup of water. If you answer only 1 question correctly, you'll only receive 1/3 cup. Good luck.
Ancient Greeks believed in...
Good job.
You needed that water. Which letter on the map shows where Greece is located? A, B, or D?
Well done.
Very good.
Because there's many water.
Many archipelagos. And Troy would be like A, I think, right? Which letter on the map shows where the island of Crete is located?
Excellent work.
Very good.
Because that is the
Here's
island.
your water. This should help you get to the next stop. Good luck.
Oh, Poseidon.
Greetings, runner. I'm Poseidon, god of the sea. You look as though you could use some water. I have 3 questions for you. If you answer all 3 questions correctly, I'll give you a full cup of water. Answer 2 correctly, and I'll give you 2/3 of a cup of water. If you answer only 1 question correctly, you'll only receive 1/3 cup. Good luck.
Okay. Who was the king of the Greek gods?
Good job.
That's easy. Greece was made up of...
Well done.
Very good. I was afraid you was going to get that one wrong. Who was the Greek poet who wrote the Odyssey, the story
Excellent work.
Very good.
Here's your water. This should help you get to the next stop. Good luck. Welcome to Marathon. You made it. I am Homer, author of the Iliad. Like Odysseus, you have accomplished a great feat. Perhaps I will write a poem about you someday.
Very good. You did a great job. I'm very proud. Good. I wonder what this does. I don't know.
It's telling you the audio.
That was good. Excellent, Zena. Emperor Darius was angry with the Athenians because they had sent some soldiers to fight against him. How did he try to get revenge?
He sent his soldier and attack Athens.
Okay, very good. What 2 armies fought in the Battle of Marathon?
Athenians and
Persians. Good. Who won?
Athenians.
Very good. How did the Greeks let the people of Athens know that they had won the battle?
One of the Greek people ran to Athens and said they won.
Very good. Today, athletes sometimes run a very long race named in memory of the brave messenger who ran to Athens with the first good news of victory. The race takes his name from the village where the battle against the Persians was fought. What is the name of the village and the race? Marathon. Okay? Okay, good. All right. So then you have the activities, and then she can write what was this about. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. And then you got beyond the lesson. This is okay. So select the correct information from the boxes below the marathon runner. Cut it out and glue it in the thought bubble above the runner's head. Okay, so what would you would cut something out. The Persians attacked, but we defeated them. So what is he saying here?
Correct.
Which one? Which one is correct?
The Persian attack, but we defeat them.
Very good.
Cut this piece,
So you cut that piece and put it in the thought bubble, right?
but I need some glue.
You want to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Some glue and scissors.
So remind your student that in order for the Athenians to get the news to Athens of their victory over the Persians, someone had to run the 20 miles from Marathon to Athens. Today, marathons are races in which runners run a little more than 26 miles. Help your student complete the From Marathon to Athens activity sheet, display the finished sheet, then place it in your student's history book. Okay, so you have a lot of beyond lessons. Then you have the, come here, take this test, the assessment. Today they got a lot of stuff. Okay, Emperor Darius was angry, close your eyes, with the Athenians because they had sent some soldiers to fight against him. How did he try to get revenge?
He tried to defeat Athens.
Okay, he tried to defeat Greece, right? Good. What two armies fought in the Battle of Marathon?
Greeks.
And
No, Persia.
very good. Who won the Battle of Marathon?
Athens.
Athenians, right? The Athenians sent a messenger who ran from Marathon to Athens with the news of the Athenian victory. Oops, I read the answer. Okay, after the Battle of Marathon, how did the news travel to Athens?
Yo, news traveled. A man ran to Athens and
Told.
told them Greeks won.
Okay, very good.
But actually, Persia is much bigger than Greece.
Okay, so this is the end of this lesson, and I hope you enjoyed it, and please like and subscribe. Okay, goodbye.